In this podcast episode, Dr. Lisa Miller, a leading expert in health and spirituality, delves into the intricate relationship between neuroscience and spirituality. As the founder of the Spirituality Mind-Body Institute at Teachers College, Columbia University, Dr. Miller shares her insights on how spirituality is an innate human capacity rather than merely a belief system. This discussion highlights the importance of understanding the awakened brain, the role of synchronicity, and the transformative power of spiritual engagement. Dr. Miller begins by emphasizing that spirituality cannot be strictly defined by scientists. Instead, it is a thread woven through the lived experiences of humanity. She identifies two innate dimensions of spirituality that evolve throughout our lives: the capacity for a transcendent relationship and relational spirituality. These dimensions are universal, transcending cultural and religious boundaries, and are fundamental to our human experience. Dr. Miller argues that every individual possesses an inherent ability to connect with a higher power or the universe, which can lead to profound transformations in our lives. The conversation shifts to the alarming rise of mental health issues, particularly among younger generations. Dr. Miller points out that suicide has become the leading cause of death among Gen Z, surpassing even cancer and COVID-19. This crisis is closely linked to a decline in collective spiritual life, which has been shown to provide a protective factor against such despair. Research indicates that individuals who engage in shared spiritual practices are significantly less likely to contemplate suicide. Dr. Miller advocates for fostering community and spiritual connection as a remedy for the pervasive feelings of isolation and despair in contemporary society. Dr. Miller introduces the concept of the awakened brain, which refers to our innate capacity to be open systems receptive to spiritual experiences. She explains that the awakened brain vibrates at the wavelength of all life, allowing individuals to perceive synchronicities and gut instincts that guide them. This state of awareness is not about controlling outcomes, but rather about embracing the unknown and discovering what life has to offer. Dr. Miller encourages listeners to view life as a grand adventure, where the most meaningful experiences often arise unexpectedly. A significant portion of the discussion focuses on the intersection of neuroscience and spirituality. Dr. Miller explains that while the brain can be studied through neuroimaging techniques, spirituality cannot be reduced to mere biochemical reactions. Instead, she posits that the brain acts as an antenna for consciousness, allowing us to connect with a greater source. This perspective challenges the reductionist view of the brain as a mere producer of thoughts, and opens the door to understanding consciousness as a fundamental aspect of existence. Dr. Miller shares compelling research findings that demonstrate the neurocorrelates of transcendent experiences. In her studies, individuals from various spiritual backgrounds exhibited similar brain activity when engaging in deep spiritual connections, suggesting a universal experience of the awakened brain. She identifies 4 dimensions of this awakened state: quieting the mind, feeling loved and held, expanding awareness, and recognizing our interconnectedness with others. These dimensions highlight the profound impact of spiritual engagement on our mental and emotional well-being. Synchronicity, or the meaningful coincidences that occur in our lives, is another key theme in the conversation. Dr. Miller explains that synchronicities reveal our interconnectedness and the underlying patterns of the universe. She encourages individuals to remain open to these experiences, as they often serve as guidance from a higher power. By cultivating a sense of awareness and receptivity, we can better navigate our lives and recognize the signs that the universe presents to us. Dr. Miller emphasizes the significance of community in fostering spiritual growth. She argues that shared spiritual practices can awaken our innate capacities and create a sense of belonging. The conversation touches on the role of parents in nurturing their children's spiritual awareness, highlighting the importance of witnessing and supporting their natural inclinations. By allowing children to explore their spirituality, parents can also reconnect with their own inner child, creating a cycle of awakening and growth. Towards the end of the podcast, Dr. Miller shares a practical exercise designed to help individuals connect with their higher selves and the supportive presence of loved ones, both living and deceased. This practice encourages participants to visualize a table where they can invite those who have their best interests at heart, fostering a sense of love and support. By engaging in such practices, individuals can cultivate a deeper connection with their spiritual selves and the universe.